Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I have a question. You can tell me later on. In the 18th chapter, it is mentioned that I am not remembering the shloka, but it says that, Swadharma is better than doing, trying to copy somebody else and
Third chapter.
doing. Here in 18th chapter also we have one shloka. I just
Yeah,
forgot.
summarizing that.
Yes, yes, yes. So here, how do we know which is our Swadharma? Because in Kali Yuga, we do not have that kind of system anymore right now. So, how do we say about it, Mataji? How do we go about it? So, is it up to our capabilities or how is it?
Mataji, whatever profession we are in, that is our Swadharma.
Okay. So, it is up to our profession only?
Up to our profession, it is applies to our role in a family,
Okay, okay.
all those. Wherever you are, say suppose you are in a group of members, you have been given one president, vice president, or treasurer, any work, job description given as per the need, then you should be sticking on to that. Say suppose in a family you are a mother, okay? So
Yes,
take the
ma'am.
role of a mother only completely, okay? So sometimes overlapping of work will be there, but mostly we should stick on to the nurturing, taking care of the kids and all those things, okay? Exception circumstances where somebody has to take the extra responsibility, that is a different thing. Similarly, in an organization also, say suppose you're working as a teacher, okay? So we shouldn't take the responsibility of the some other subject or unless and until in an emergency. But we should try to stick on to what we are because self work is itself is more. If we don't concentrate on our work, we won't be able to do this, neither the other job also.
Okay. So, Mataji, for a student, how do we say, for example, a student asks, "What will be my Swadharma?"
Only student work is to study.
No, no. After just he finished, now he has to step into the world. So, how does he select what is his
But that is some
Swadharma?
stream he might have taken, no. He has to follow that.
Okay, 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 okay,
And
Mataji.
if he finds that stream is not suitable for him, any stream which he wish to continue, say suppose, let him stick on to that only and be consistent in that.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna Mata. We will start with the prayers. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaya Kadamahyam Dadanti Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे 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 हराय नमः कृष्ण यादवाय नमः Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Govindaya Namaha. Sri Krishna Hari Bol Gopala Hari Bol Radha Ramana Govinda Hari Bol. Sri Krishna Hari Bol Gopala Hari Bol Radha Ramana Govinda Hari Bol. जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे जय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय जय पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा पंचतत्वा जय पंचतत्वा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. So welcome you all to the level 2 class, and today we'll be learning about chapter number 17, also called as a Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga. Okay. श्री श्री राधा गोविंद की जय. So last chapter we have learned about the demonic and the divine qualities. Okay. So, then this particular chapter we will come to know about like how our faith in different modes, will take us forward. Okay. Sattva, Raja, and Tamo Guna, and our faith and worship in three different modes. What are the food we take in three different modes and how it's going to affect us? Sacrifices done in three different modes. Austerity, charity, and the conclusion, that is Om Tat Sat. Arjuna Uvacha Ye Shastra Vidyamustricya Yajante Shraddhayanvita Tesham Nishtha Tuka Krishna Sattam Ahorajastama. Arjuna inquired, O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scripture but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in a goodness or in passion or ignorance? Okay. So one who does not follow scriptural injunctions is an asura. Okay. So and one who follows the injunction is obviously a one deva or the demigod. Okay. Arjuna's Krishna. What is the position of one not following some rules in the scriptures? Okay. Completely not following asura. Completely following is a demigod. But partially not doing what is prescribed. Then what do you say them? Is worship of humans as a god worship in goodness, passion, or ignorance? Do such person attain real knowledge, thereby highest perfection stage of life? So we will go that. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Trivida Bhavati Shraddha Dehi Namsa Swabhavaja Satviki Rajasi Chaiva Tamasi Chetitam Shunu. Okay. According to one's nature, acquired by embodied soul. Okay, so three types of faith: goodness, passion, and ignorance. So now you will hear about it. In Shuddha Sattva Guna, Prema Bhakti, and ultimately reach Krishna. Whereas in Rajas, you are bounded, again you'll come back. Okay, Sattva Guna, again you may attain Brahman stage, but not beyond that. Okay. So some people, partially they follow it because of some laziness. Such arrogant persons are governed by the modes of material nature. Their specific nature depend on the previous acts in different modes. However, the natures can be changed by the bona fide spiritual master. Okay. So whatever mode one may be, if they follow the directions of the Guru, they will progress further. सत्त्वानुरूप सर्वस्य श्रद्धा भवति भारत श्रद्धमयोऽयं पुरुषो यो यत् श्रद्धय स एव स. O son of Bharata, according to one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith, whether Sattva, Raja, and Tamoguna, okay, according to the modes he has acquired. Based on a type, one association with that particular persons, okay. Again, as we all know, our seed giving father is Lord Krishna. We are a part and fragmental part of a Krishna. Okay. He, on being conditioned by material nature, he forgets his relationship with the Supreme, and one's faith and existence become absolutely material. To re-establish the forgotten relationship with the Lord, one has to be cleansed of the material contamination through Krishna consciousness. Okay. And this Shraddha towards the Lord comes only out of mode of goodness. It's not possible in other this thing. And in contaminated condition life, there is no pure goodness. Okay. Uh, Imperfect goodness, that is partly doing is faith is contaminated by three modes. So the contaminated modes again influence the heart, and so is a faith. So we'll have a bondages and we'll move on to the mode of a passion. So here the faith is contaminated. So we have a bondages towards all the materialistic thing. Okay, if you can see on the right hand side, the above one is the Shuddha Sattva Guna, where they are directly worshipping the god, and the other one is, you can see, people are worshipping the men, and here you can see people are worshipping the lower planetary system, or the ancestors or something shady things and all. Okay. Yajante Shatvika Devan Yaksha Rakshasamsi Rajasa Pretan Bhuta Ganam Shanye Yajante Tamasa Jana. So men in the mode of a goodness worship the demigods, and those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship the ghost and spirit. Okay. Yeah. So, in the mode of goodness, worship demigods like Brahma, Shiva, Indra, Chandra to get some benefit out of them. Okay, different demigods have been worshipped for different purpose. In the mode of passion, people are people worshippers. Like example, we have a Hitler in World War II, and the mode of ignorance, people worship the ghost or the dead men at the tomb. Okay, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Sabditam, that is one in the pure goodness, worships Vasudeva, that is Lord Krishna. Okay. Ashasra Vihitam Ghoram Tapyante Te Tapojana Damba Hankara Samyukta Kamaraga Balanvita Karshayanta Sharirastham Bhutagramam Achetasa Mam Chaivanta Sharirastham Tanvidhi Ashura Nishayan. So some people undergo severe penances and austerities to perform the severe austerity to just satisfy their ego and get some benefit out of the demigod worshipper. So here you can see different people are doing different yajnas, okay, to please the Lord and all, okay. But it is all temporary. So we should stay away from such practices. Simply follow the Vedas, take shelter of one of our spiritual master, and whatever has been written, try to follow it in a scientific way. Okay. Persons of normal mental condition must obey the spiritual injunctions. So, yeah, and try to understand your relationship with the Lord through spiritual master. आहारस्त्वापि सर्वस्य त्रिविधो भवति प्रिया यज्ञस्तपस्तथा दानां तेष भेदामिमां शृणु. So, according to whatever a person prefers is of three kinds, the liberation. Uh, so he chooses the food accordingly, okay, according to the sattvic food or rajasic food or the tamasic food. You can see three different example. A devotee is preferring the I'm extremely sorry, sattvic food, and a person who are addicted, they are having the tamasic food and so on, okay. So eating habits, preferences of sacrifices, austerities, and charities depends on the three modes. So one cannot discriminate between the different kind of sacrifices or food charities is foolish. So they advocate against scriptures that one can do whatever he likes and attain perfection. So they create their own ways and mislead the people. So wise those who know and discriminate based on these activities, okay, and foolish are those who consider all kind of food sacrifice etc. to be the same, and they does not discriminate. So food in the three different modes, okay. आयुषत्वा बलारोग्य सुख प्रीति विवर्धना रसया स्निग्ध स्थिरा हृद्या आहारा सात्विक प्रिया. Foods dear to those in those of mode of goodness increase the duration of one's life, purifies one's existence, and they give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, and wholesome, and are pleasing to heart. Okay. Next is Katva Amla Lavanatyutsna Tikshna Ruksha Vidahina Ahara Rajaseyasya Dukkha Sokhamaya Prada. Again, this represents the one which is there in the mode of a passion, and which is spicy, pungent, dry, burning, and all those things. Okay. Again is the tamasic food, which is prepared for more than 3 hours, and food is tasteless, decomposed, and putrid. It's untouchable and dear to those who are there in the mode of a darkness. Yatayamam gatarasam puti paryusitam chayat uchishtam chamethyam bhojanam tamasa priyam. Okay. So, as we have discussed in the previous slide, the mode of a goodness, the food is meant to increase the duration of life. It's juicy, wholesome, and it is very dear to the people. Okay. So, they try to take only the one which increases the durations. Okay. Uh, Whereas food in the mode of passion are bitter to salty, hot, and very spicy, to eat and all. Okay, that is again dear to the people who are there in the mode of a passion. And food in the mode of ignorance are which are kept more than 3 hours. Yeah, except for prasadam. So they can, on a scientific way, this can cause infection or the disease also. Okay. The best food is a remnant of what is offered to the Lord. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhaktya upahartam asnami prayatatmana. Okay, Lord says in 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, whatever you offer me, whether the fruit, flour, water, or anything, but it should be offered with utmost respect and devotion. Okay, and this is the tamasic food. On the right hand side, lower left is the sattvic food, the middle one is the rajasic food. Okay, so based on the food preferences what you're eating, you can label yourself as whether rajasic, tamasic, or sattvic. Okay, the left hand side is all sattvic food, the rajasic and the tamasic food. अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञो विधिदिष्टो युज्यते यष्टव्यं वेवेति मनः समाधाय स सात्विका. Of sacrifices, that sacrifice performed according to duty is a scriptural, and there is no exception of reward, is a good of the nature of the goodness. Okay, so whatever we are giving a sacrifice in the mode of a goodness is going to fetch you good. So these are the various yajna we perform in the yajna shala. Okay, and according to directions of scriptures, there is no mental speculation, performed only as a matter of duty. All these yajnas which are performed by the brahmana here is done as a service towards the Lord. Okay, and general tendency is to offer with a purpose in the mind. Sacrifice should be performed without any desire, should be done dutifully. One should go to a temple or church as a matter of a duty, and paying obeisances unto the Lord and offer the flowers and take the eatables of the Lord must be done unconditionally. So, worship for economic benefit is not recommended in the scriptural injunctions. Abhisandhaya tu phalam dambhardam api chaiva ijyate bharata shreshta tam yajnam vidhirajasam. But that sacrifice performed for some material end or the benefit or performed ostentatiously out of pride is the nature of passion, O chief of Bharatas. Okay. Vidihinam asritvanam mantrahinam madakshinam shraddha virahitam yajnam tamasam parichakshyate. Faith in the mode of darkness or ignorance is actually faithlessness. Example, making money out of some demigod worship, spending it on a sense gratification. which is not allowed in the scriptures. So produce a demonic mentality absolutely harmful to the human society. Okay. So this is a picture of the demigod worship where they threaten the god. If you don't give me this, then I try to kill myself and all those things and all. Okay. So all these things are the austerities done in the mode of a passion and ignorance, which will have the detrimental effect only. Okay. Coming to next section, that is austerities in the modes, three different modes. Okay, austerity of the body, speech, and the mind. So austerity of the body is maintained in the cleanliness, external cleanliness in the form of a bathing, and internal in the form of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and simplicity in your behavior, celibacy, and non-violence. Okay. Next is the speech. Speaking truthful words, pleasing, beneficial, not agitating to others. Also regularly reciting the Vedic literature. Okay. Next, mind is gravity in thought, satisfaction, simplicity, self-control, purifications of one's existence. Okay. Deva Dvija Guru प्रज्ञा पूजानां शौचमार्जवं brahmacharyam ahimsa cha shariram tapa uchyate. Austerity of the body consists of this worship of the Supreme Lord, the Brahmana, the spiritual master, the superiors like a father and the mother. Okay. So, coming cleanliness, simplicity, all these things we have discussed again. Okay. See, offering the respect to the gods, demigods, perfected, qualified Brahmana, so the spiritual master, and superiors like father, mother, any person conversant with the Vedic knowledge, that is said to be the austerity in the mode of goodness. External and internal cleansing of the body, as we have discussed, simplicity, abstaining from anything which is not sanctioned in the scriptural injunctions, and maintaining the celibacy. Anudvegakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyayabhyasanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. Austerity of the speech consists in speaking truthfully and beneficial and avoiding speech that offends. Okay. That is possible only by having the food which is offered to the Lord. Okay. So one should also recite the Vedas regularly. This is the picture of Yudhishthira Maharaj, who is very much follower of the Dharma, who has, this is when he is going for the salvation. He all his brothers and including Draupadi, they were left behind and left the material body, but he continued to go on with his journey, and he was very truthful and dutiful in his action. Okay. So austerity of the speech should be like, it should not agitate others' mind. A teacher can be stern with the students, but not speaking anything agitating the minds of others. One should not talk nonsense, and whatever said from the scripture must be authenticated by the quotes from the scripture. The talk should be very pleasurable, elevating, and beneficial to all. Okay. So mana prasada samyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava samshuddhir ityetat Tapo manasa muchyate, and serenity, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purity of the thoughts are the austerities of the mind. So this particular picture is that of a Sukadeva Goswami, the one I'm pointing out the arrow, and his father Vyasadeva. When Sukadeva Goswami was passing by the nearby lake where all the ladies were bathing, they did not feel even a shy seeing at this person, because he is a spiritually elevated person. Okay. So they're much comfortable, he being passing on without any clothes. But the moment they see the Vyasadeva, who is a grahastha, he is fully covered his body and all, but despite that, he is in a materialistically, I mean, attachment in the form of a wife and children and all. By seeing him, these people felt very much shy, and they are covering their naked bodies. So, next comes austerity of the mind, detached from the sense gratification, always thinking of doing good for others, gravity in thought, always situated in Krishna consciousness, divert the mind to Vedic literature, full of stories of Puranas and Mahabharata, Read the mentality, mind of duplicity, always think about the welfare of all. In silence, always contemplate on self-realization and purify existence through straightforwardness in the dealings. Okay. श्रद्धया परया पेतास्तपस्तत्त्रिधि त्रिविधं नरै अफलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्युक्तैः सात्विकं परिचक्ष्यते. This threefold austerity practiced by men whose aim is not to bereft themselves but please the Lord. So it is said to be in the mode of a goodness. So this is Vrindavan Parikrama, Govardhan Parikrama or Mayapur Parikrama. All these austerities one is performing towards the Lord is to please the Lord. सत्कारामनपूजार्थं तपोदम्भेन चैव यत् क्रियते तद् इह प्रोक्तं राजसं चालमध्रुवम्. Those abstemious penances and austerities which are performed in order to gain respect, honor, and reverence are said to be in the mode of a passion. So these are neither stable nor permanent. Okay. मूढग्राणेहत्मनः यत् विदये क्रियते तपः परस्योत्सदानार्थं वा तत्तामसम्मुहारुदम् उदाहृतम्. And those penance and austerities which are performed foolishly by means of obstinate self-torture in order to destroy or injure others are said to be in the mode of ignorance. So this severe austerity which is performed by the various sages, which include self-hurt, is said to be the mode of a passion. Okay. Such people arrange to be worshipped by subordinate, letting them wash their feet and receive the riches. Hiranyakashipu performed austeritic penances to become immortal and kill the demigods. So next will comes the charity in three different modes. Okay. Charity in the mode of goodness and passion and ignorance. Okay. So charity in goodness to a worthy person at a proper place and time and as a matter of a duty. Okay. दातव्यमिति यद्दानं दीयते नुपकारिणे देशकाले च पत्रे च तद्दानं सात्विकं स्मृतम्. That gift which is given out of duty at a proper time and place to a worthy person and without expectation of return is considered to be the charity in the mode of goodness. Okay. So you can see here Brahmachari who is distributing the books just to propagate the message of the Lord. He is not expecting anything in return. Okay. That is said to be in the mode of goodness. Okay. Coming to the charity should be given to spiritual activities. No spiritual advancement when done indiscriminately may be done to the poor only on the grounds of compassion. Done on pilgrimage or all those things is said to be auspicious, should be given without any expectations, even aspirations for the heavenly planets. So this should never be followed by regrets, should always be done in the mode of goodness only. Okay. यत्तु प्रत्युपकारार्थं फलम् उद्दिश्य वा पुनः दीयते च परिक्लिष्टं तद्दानं राजसंस्मृतम्. But charity performed with the expectation of something in return, as you can see in this particular picture, is set up in the mode of a passion. अदेशाकाले यद्दानम् अपरित्रेभ्यश्च दीयते असत्कृतम् अवज्ञातं तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्. And charity performed at an improper place at a time and given to an unworthy person. You can see this person is asking for money for to booze or to puff a cigar and all those things. So any charity given to such person is set up in the mode of ignorance. So the charity will be said to be in the mode of ignorance if you are giving to an unworthy person with no proper attention and no proper respect at an impure place and an improper time. Okay. Finally, So coming to the conclusion, Om Tat Sat. Okay. Om Tat Saditi Nirdesho Brahmanastrividha Smrita Brahmanastena Vedascha Yajnascha Vihita Pura. From the beginning of creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmanas while chanting the Vedic hymns, okay, and for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord, okay. Uh, yeah. So we have learnt about the various penances, sacrifices, and charities and foods in three different types, that is Sattva, Raja, and Tamoguna. So hence all of these are conditions and contaminated. And yeah. All charities, sacrifices, penances should be done uttering the word Om Tat Sat. That means submitting, because he is the one who is the source for this, and ultimately we are submitting it to him. So, which qualifies one to be in the mode of a goodness, spiritualizing them. So, this Krishna consciousness enabling one to return to the home, that is back to Godhead. Tasmadomiti udahritya yajnadana tapakriya pravatante vidhanokta satatam brahmavadinam. Thus, the transcendentalists, undertake different sacrifices, charities, and penances, beginning with the word Om to attain the supreme. Om iti etat brahmano neshitam namaha indicates the first goal. Om is Vishnu. It is played at the beginning of the Vedic hymn to indicate the supreme goal. Okay. Tadyiti anabhisandhyaya phalam yajnatapakriya dana kriyascha vividaha kriyante mokshakangshibi. Without desiring fruitive results, so one should perform different sacrifices, penances, and charity with the word Tata. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from the materialistic entanglement. Okay, one should perform sacrifice, penances, and charity with the word Tat. Okay, Om is Vishnu. Tat again is to get free from all the materialistic entangle. Whatever I'm doing as a matter of your duty, Krishna, I'm not attached to the end result of this particular work. Okay. Tattvamasihi, as per the Chandogya Upanishad. Okay, that describe the detached work for the sake of liberation. These activities are done regardless of the material desire. Okay. Sadbhave sadhubhave cha sad iti etat prajuyate prasaste karmani tataha सच्चब्दा पार्थ युज्यते यज्ञे तपसि दने च स्थिति सद् इति चोच्यते कर्म चैव तदः अर्थीयं सद् इति एव धीयते एवाभिधीयते. Okay, prasaste karmani is the prescribed duties. So whatever our prescribed duty is there, we have to do it as a purification process to attain the Lord. So which will ultimately give us the liberation. And uttering the word Om Tat Sat, that means uh, what do you say? It's very auspicious, hence recommended during the performances. Okay. And transcendental matters becomes very clear in association of devotees. So devotee association is one which will help us to progress, because everybody in the mode of goodness. Okay. Satam Prasanga is without good association, one cannot achieve transcendental knowledge. When initiating a person or offering a sacred thread, Om Tat Sat is vibrated. In performing of yajna, the object is the same, Om Tat Sat. Tad idhyartham means offering service to anything which represent the Krishna, including cooking prasadam, helps in Lord's temple, broadcasting the glories of the Lord. Okay, Om Tat Sat are sacred words used to perfect all activities, making them complete. Okay. This absolute truth is objective devotion service and is indicated by the word Sat. Okay. The sacrifice, these works for sacrifices of penances and of charity, true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Lord, O son of Pritha. Okay. Sadeva Soumya, as per the Chandogya Upanishad, Sat means eternal. Om means Vishnu. Tat means we are performing without any attachment to it. And again, Sat means eternal. Okay. Done, activities done for the service of the God. Okay. Vishnu, without having any attachment to the work what we are doing. These are the activities or services towards the Lord. Okay. And it reveals a true spiritual nature. In such activity, the performance of actum becomes eternal and These are aimed at pleasing the Lord. Okay. These are the various letter combinations which make the word Om, and is very, again, non-different from Krishna. Okay, as per the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 7th chapter 128 shloka. Okay. Here is a split. Akarane choyate Krishna sarvalokaika narakaha U Karanochyate Radha Makaro Jiva Vachaka. Okay. So the letter Akara refers to Krishna, the Sarvaloka Ekanayaka, who is the supreme authority. And Ukara indicates the Srimati Radharani, the pleasure potency of Lord Krishna and great devotee of Lord. Makara represents all the living entity that we are the Jivas. Okay. अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत् असत् इति उच्यते पार्थ न च तत्प्रेतो प्रेत्या नो इह. So, and the sacrifices, austerities, charities performed without any faith in the Supreme Lord are not permanent, they are temporary. Okay. O son of Pritha, regardless of whatever rites are performed, they are called as asat and are useless both in this life as well as in the next life. Okay. Hare Krishna. So, so sacrifices, charity, penances done without transcendental focus is useless, abominable. So everything should be done for the Krishna. So Vedic scriptures proclaim faith in the Supreme Lord, which is most important, and the goal of all Vedic instruction is to understand the Krishna. Okay. So austerities which are done in the goodness are better than those which we do in the mode of a passion or a ignorance. So best are the performance in the Krishna consciousness. Okay. So they are transcendental to three modes, and conditioned people, they worship demigods for their immediate wants and all. But the important message of this chapter is faith is a supreme can be developed. Faith in the supreme can be developed under the guidance of this bona fide spiritual master, which is first and foremost thing. Then matured faith transform into the love, and such love is the ultimate goal of the living entities. So Hare Krishna. So this is the final description. So one mode determines their activities, whether the food they are taking, the austerity they are performing, the charity what they are doing. Okay. So again, food in the three different modes, sattva, raja, and tamoguna. Juicy, fatty, wholesome is the sattvic food. Pungent food is the spicy is rajasic food. Tamasic food is stale and pale, which is not suitable for human people. Okay. And sacrifices is again sacrifice to a right proper at a right place is said to be in the mode of a goodness. To a expecting something out of return, that is said to be in the mode of a passion. And to an unworthy person, that is said to be in the mode of a ignorance. Coming to the austerities again in three different modes. In a good mode, you are doing austerity to please the Krishna. Again, in passion, you are doing to please the people. In ignorance, you try to do to please the to fall down. Okay. Next, charity again, the same thing. To a worthy person is goodness. Again, passion to people who are in need of multiplication of money, but not intended to give it to the Lord. And third is for all means they are greedy to get the money by all means for their self-sense certification. Okay. Conclusion, Om Tat Sat. Om will represent Lord Krishna. He is as described in 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. He is the syllable Om. Okay. Tat is all, what do you say? Again, Lord is the source of everything, and whatever we are doing, the performance of activities, the results are to be submitted onto the Lord. Again, Sat is all eternal. All activities should be done as a service towards Lord. So that's how our motto and attitude should be, to completely surrender onto the Lord and go back to the Godhead. Hare Krishna. Any doubts or anything? We have completed 17th chapter. Shri Shri Radha Govind ki jai. Hare Krishna. Anything, any questions or anything? If you're okay, I will take 18th chapter tomorrow. What you say?
Yes, Mataji.
We can finish off level 2 class by tomorrow. If you're okay. If I am able to complete 18th chapter in one day, it's okay. Otherwise, we will take one more day and finish. Or next week shall I take? Whatever you say.
Mataji, tomorrow I'm okay.
Okay. Other people?
Yes, Mataji, tomorrow you can teach Hare Krishna.
Okay, okay. Fine, Mataji. So we'll conclude for today. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you, co-host and participants, for your active participation. See you all tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you.